Back in the day, you'd buy a physical business, improve its financials, right? And that was your exit strategy. And now I would argue the opportunity is to go in and digitally transform businesses to add value, to exit them. Tell me if you see something in the universe that might play to that thesis.
No, I think you're seeing that everywhere. I mean, I quite literally. I mean, I half joke that I have yet to run into a company or an industry that isn't feeling the pressures of digital transformation, and ultimately it's evil twin digital disruption, and it is that pervasive. You think about old line industries that we might not think of as being very digitally enabled, something like coal mining. Coal mining is largely automated at this point. There are not people going down with pickaxes into a tunnel. A coal miner today sits in a control tower, probably has an advanced engineering degree, and is controlling a bunch of robotics who are doing the work there. So even these old line industries that we have this, maybe glorified image of, working with your hands are less and less true. So I think, what I try to do in the book is provide a set of frameworks for thinking through the issues here. And many of these are pretty standard strategy frameworks in general, with some important nuance to it. Again, always asking the question of data. What is the role of data, and how can data add value to your services? Like I said, either clients or your operations or however you're structured. Understanding the industry lifecycle, I think, is really important. Where are you in the degree of disruption within your industry? What is happening? Is it still early, heady days, or is it a more mature period here? Just like we were saying with generative AI, like where are you in that S curve? Right. Where are you individually as a company matters? Are you one of these digitally native startups that's trying to keep yourself alive and scale versus a mature competitor who has all of these legacy costs that you're dealing with? Not surprisingly, those two companies should have very different strategies about how they want to position themselves in the world. And again, while that seems so obvious, it's amazing, again, how many companies and organizations I run into who just see like, oh, there's a cool opportunity here to be a scale player, leveraging network externalities and be a platform, but not asking the harder question of, well, does that position make sense for us and who we are and what we bring to the table? And that's the heart of strategy, right? It's differential competitive positioning based on the assets that you have and the opportunities before you, and making the hard choices. Another wise person, who I'm not sure who originally said this, said, strategy is as much about what you're not going to do as it is what you are going to do. And I think while many executives understand that fundamentally, whenever it comes to digital, it's kind of like, let's grab the shiny new toy as quickly as possible, without being reflective about, well, to what ends, don't just run out and start, creating generative AI applications. Like, what are you trying to do in terms of positioning your company? Think through, what is this technology going to do to competition? Who's it going to bring in? How are they going to restructure markets?